ugly, God. People don't like ugly, and they will see that shit in you, and they'll say, oh shit, she petty. She petty as shit. Just your mid-conversation. When you talking to somebody, and you talking about somebody real bad, and you just keep talking about it, you just keep so fixated on their ass talking about it, people be probably looking at you like, damn, she a fucking big ass hater, and you don't even know it. So if y'all out there hating and being jealous of people, man, and being jealous because somebody got a man, or being jealous because, you know, somebody look a certain type of way, or somebody act a certain type of way, or somebody got something, you better stop that shit, because there's a lot of motherfuckers that ain't gonna want to be around you because you's a goddamn hater, and this shit is some bullshit, and you need to stop. Like, it's unattractive. And a lot of y'all want to sit and act like, oh yeah, I'm not like that, but you probably the main bitch. Hey everybody, it's your girl Sassy Shantice. I'm coming back with another video. Yes, honey, we're back with Belle Collective. Season 1, episode 5. Latrice is in her salon. And yeah, Latrice is in her salon hair looking bomb again, girl. That's what she do. She slays her wigs, honey. So she has a very lucrative company on selling bundles. So yeah, that's her whole thing. And what is it? Melanie walks in, her publicist, her best friend, I think, / publicist, walks in. So they sitting there and everything. So Daddy walks in, honey. Yes, that's what she calls him. Remember, y'all, she calls her husband Zaddy, girl. You know? Okay, girl. So anyway, Cedric, I think that's his name. Cliff, that's his name. So Cliff walks in. So he tells Latrice that he wants to take her out to dinner. And then he had mentioned something about her brother. He was like, look, you know, I don't know whether you know or not, but your brother got married. That's just what I heard. And Letitia was like, no, my brother ain't getting married. My brother ain't getting married because me and my brother, we real close. And that's just something he would have disclosed. He would have told me. You know what I mean? And she got kind of teary-eyed talking about it because she did reveal that she has abandonment issues because, you know, her father abandoned her. And then several other men, I guess, in her life. And then her 2 brothers had died. When she was younger, they got killed. And then her only brother, which is this brother who is supposed to be married, did not tell her. So this particular brother, her only brother left, he went to jail when she was 9. So he recently just got out. Before he went in, they were really, really close. So she has this bond with him. So she was just saying how she wasn't trying to revisit abandonment issues with him not telling her because that's how it would feel. Plus, he hasn't been answering his phone calls and he hasn't been answering texts. So yeah, he's basically ignoring her and, which you will see later on, the family. And she basically said, damn, this is another person leaving me and not telling me anything, you know? And that was her quotes exactly, y'all. I was just like, damn, that's really, really sad. But later on, y'all will see why he's kind of been distant and not answering his phones, yeah, and being ghost girl, because this shit is real. But we'll talk about that later. So Glenn and Letitia. Okay, y'all, so let's just go. Glenn arrives home, yes, honey, after 28 days. It's because he has a job where he is gone for most of the time. Like, I think she said 8 months out of a year. And so, yeah, he is gone a lot of the times. And, yeah, I don't really trust him for her. But, you know, to each his own. She like him, I love him. So, because I really do like Letitia. Letitia, me and her could be friends. Like, I really rocks with Letitia. But this man she chose, like, I just don't get it. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. It's like one of those relationships whereas, you know, he's good looking and I think that she thinks that, you know, she's lucky to have him, you know, and he weirds me out. Like, y'all ever seen somebody who, like, just look kind of, like, freakish in their face? I mean, and he just looks like he has sex in his eyes. You know what I mean? Some men give that off, and I don't like it. Like, it's just all and just, like, looking straight through your eyes. You know, just, like, and saying all this, like, slick, out-the-mouth shit. It's just, he creeps me out, you know? And it's really bothering because, to me, he's a decent-looking guy. You know what I mean? But he just, like, reeks of sex, you know? And I just feel like she puts herself in a position where she has to give him something back. Maybe it's her, you know, that likes it and allows it. But yeah, she does a lot of serving and catering to him. And that's great if that's what you like to do because, you know, I'm a server and a caterer too in my own way. But he like demands it, you know, and I just think that he is very chauvinistic. And it's a turnoff. Like, for me, I really don't like him for Letitia. You know what I mean? I think she can get somebody else. I do. You know, and I just don't, I really don't like him. So they're having a discussion. So Letitia's having to tell him, look, honey, and she tells him really, really nice. And I'm like, damn, that's a great way to say it, because, you know, I myself had to have this conversation with my husband, with my new YouTube channel, you know, with my new job and everything else, because I have been a stay-home mom for our entire marriage too. I mean, I've had little odd jobs and quit them because I ain't like them, you know, but for the most part, my husband takes care of me. So I know how she feels breaking this news to him. So yeah, because she's been home this entire time, and it's finally a time for her to have her time and her moment. And I don't think, and well, I know that he's not used to it, and my husband wasn't either. You know, so she sits him down. They're just sitting there, and she's like, look, babe, I'm not going to be able to be there for you like I usually am, you know, but I need you to be supportive, and I need you to understand where I'm coming from, because this is for us. Like, I'm trying to contribute to, I just don't want you doing everything, you know, even though he can, you just want to feel like you're doing and contributing as well. And it's just good for yourself. So she was like, look, I hope you can understand this and you'll support me along my journey. And he's like, oh, yeah, I knew that was coming, you know, and just kind of playing it off. He agrees to it or whatever. But then, girl, you did too much, honey. Glenn did the most. Glenn, you did the most, boo. You did the most. You did not do what you did, honey. No, you did not. So she's sitting in her home office. And she's basically doing business, you know what I'm saying? Going about her way, honey. She's making phone calls, you know, calling for architecture. She's just like really in her zone. She has the computer. She has everything up. Girl, just doing her. I truly understand. It's so new. It's so fresh. It's so fun. It feels good. So she's sitting there doing her. At the same time, the cameras are showing how Glenn is just looking all through the cabinets. It shows him looking under the cabinets. I don't know what the fuck he thought he was going to find under the cabinets. It's just something else to act like you doing the most to get yourself something to eat. You know, then he goes in the refrigerator, girl, and he's just like, oh, you know, pouting, doing all this huffing and puffing, you know, using all the breath he has, because he's mad that it's nothing in the refrigerator for him to instantly eat, honey. Not just eat. Marie didn't do. You know, she didn't make his place. She didn't give him nothing to eat. She didn't, whatever she didn't do, there's a problem, because she's doing something for herself. So he decides, y'all, to walk his ass in the room. Not in the room, but by the door. So he walks up to the door, and she just making all these phone calls, you know, and just really into herself. And he looking. And he give her this death look, and she actually stutters because she can't believe he's standing there. I know that's what she was thinking, because I couldn't believe it. So she stutters when she's actually talking on the phone to somebody, you know. And so I felt for her, because I know how an awkward moment like that can feel, you know, when you're trying to edit your YouTube channels. You know what I mean, girl? Or when you are trying to put on your wig, girl. Or when you are trying to put on clothes and do stuff, girl. You know, he just be sitting there like, oh, this bitch getting brand new, honey. No, she's not getting brand new. She's doing what she used to do. I mean, pass the peas like you used to do, girl. Pass the peas like you used to do. She is passing the peas like she used to do. So, y'all, I already know how that awkwardness can feel. You know, I mean, my husband has actually put his hand in front of the phone, girl. Like, pay attention to me, honey. Now, I want some attention now. You know, and yeah, I know how that feels. And, you know, we just got to butter them up and, you know, make sure they're fine and their feelings aren't hurt and that we're still taking care of them. But not to the point like you can't fix yourself nothing to eat, Glenn. You doing too much. You doing too much, and you're not about to make me uncomfortable, like, right in the moment. When he want her walking onto his tugboat job, just being like, looking like some mean, evil bitch, like, I'm waiting on you in front of all your co-workers. Would you want that, Glenn? No, you would not want that, boo. So don't do what you wouldn't want to somebody else. When she ain't give him nothing on that, he just walked off. So once he walked off, he was just still mad, pouting and all this shit. Like, you could see the camera was like right in his face. I think I got pictures. I'm putting pictures up as we speak. So he just walking off. And girl, he decides to cut the vacuum on. And girl starts to vacuum the carpet. You hear me? Girl, He vacuumed all throughout their room. And it looked like they have an office inside of their room. So, yeah, he was vacuuming. And she just was like, oh, my God, hold on, trying to tell him, hold on, and be professional. No, honey. I would have got so goddamn mad. I'd have been like, you know what, can I call you right back? Girl, I'd have got my ass off that damn phone. Honey, you're not about to do all this. I'd have been like, look, do we have a problem? Because I can't do this like this. Like, this is too much, and we need to both be adults, but we cannot do this. And if this is what you feel you need to do, then you need to go downstairs and do something else. But we're not going to go tit for tat like this, because that's fucking crazy. But she did the right thing. She went on and closed the door and hollered at that thing later, girl. So she eventually got off the phone. She was like, what's the problem? And so then he was like, I can't get no food in here. It's nothing for me to eat in here. And you up there doing all this and you doing all that. What about me? So he tells her she's abandoning her duties as a wife in the bedroom and the kitchen. First of all, duties. Okay, duties. We got duties now. Is that what it is? We got duties. Okay, some shit should just be unspoken. And I do this because we're married and we're a couple. But when you start talking duties, like it's my motherfucking job, no, honey, we're not doing that. So Glenn says, there are things I expect to be done, and you know it's things that I stand on that I can't see myself bending. And she was like, what? I'm trying to get this stuff off the ground for us. I'm trying to sit up here and do this stuff for us. And you up there acting like a child. Like, come on, help me out. Bear with me. Support me. Like, stop doing this type of stuff. I'm doing what I need to do. And then he was like, I may as well be putting on an apron. I'm doing everything. And she was like, well, what's wrong with putting on an apron? And he was like, it don't fit me. Girl, he meant, I ain't putting on no apron because I'm a man. That's your job, boo. That's not my job. That's your job, and you know what it is. So stop acting like you don't know what it is. And that's that shit I'm talking about with Letitia. Like, you take too much. And you should not have him thinking that he has that right to have that thought process about how this relationship is going. But you are not going to act as if I am going to do this one and you're going to do that one. And we're stuck with these titles because no, it don't work like that. You're making the person feel as if they have to, and therefore it becomes a, like a employer-employee type of thing. I don't know. I just would feel kind of weird with somebody making sure that I did my duty. So she goes on and on, I'm doing this for us and this and this and that, and he really ain't trying to hear all that. So he eventually asks her for a contract. Yes. Girl. He told her that he needs a contract, and he didn't really say, well, not really, but he didn't say what all is included in that contract. But when I think of a contract, I think of things that I need to do and things that I need to abide by, and things that somebody can hold me accountable for. So yeah, that's basically what I thought of when he was like contract. And she was like, are you serious right now? I don't even know who you are. You know, maybe he was showing off for the camera, but I don't think it was too far-fetched for him to ask for some shit like that. I just don't. Like, it just seemed like their relationship is a kind of like a, not really a dictatorship, but a very back in the day, 60s, 50s, 60s type of thing where the man does this and the woman does this. And yeah, these are our labels. This is what we are. This is how we function. This is what we do, you know? And yeah, that's just what I got from that. So, yeah, later on the next episode, we'll see a little bit more of Letitia and Glenn, but, okay, I don't like Glenn. So now we back at Latrice's house. So, Cliff, her husband, her Zaddy, that's another one she calls her husband Zaddy. I don't know whether they're saying Zaddy or Daddy, but I don't know. I don't like it. Y'all already know that. So it's really pretty there. They have a whole spread of food in the house. So Cliff is telling her, yeah, I'm really glad I can do this for you. So Cliff planting trees for her two brothers that got killed, just in remembrance of her brothers. And they said they do this every year. So this year, he threw the function. And yeah, they have everybody there. All of the family outside looking really nice. Everybody has on all white. And Antoinette and Camille show up. They have on all white. Everybody looks really nice. So Latrice and everybody, all her family is standing around, and the mother starts to talk, and my heart breaks for her, y'all. It was so sad. You know, I just always, when I look at the news or hear about somebody losing their child, it just breaks my heart. You know, I can't even imagine that type of pain, and I don't want to imagine that type of pain. You know, they said that type of pain never goes away, and you never get used to it. So Yeah, and then they keep on saying how old the child would be every year. It's just a nightmare. It's a freaking nightmare, and I never want that to happen to me. Like, terrible. And so she was crying, and she was just telling the story about her son. And then Latrice is bawling. Like, Latrice can't even stop crying. Like, girl, I was like, girl, I understand. Like, I don't even know how y'all getting through it, because I am a sucker for my kids, and I'm a sucker if something was to happen to them, and don't cross them, because I probably would kill you. Like, that's just me. Like, I don't know how they're dealing with that. So Latrice is crying. You know, she can't even compose herself. She keeps fanning her tears. She is just really upset. And her brother, Derek, this is the one who just got out, who was locked up since she was 9. He's just not feeling the whole get together. You know, he's clearly upset. When they tell him to come up and speak his piece, you know, he's just not trying to do it. And he just walked off, you know. So he walked off. He goes into the house. And he's on the couch. And so Latrice, she gets all teary again. And she just really is asking Derek, because remember, this is the one who was supposed to have gotten married, and she didn't know. So she asked him, you know, hey, can we talk? I'm your sister. I thought that you would come to me about certain things, or I thought you would tell me certain things. You know, hey, you haven't been answering any of your calls. You haven't been answering any of my texts. You know, I'm really concerned. I thought I was your sister, and it's really hurting me that we don't have that connection that we used to have. What's going on? And he was just basically like, look, you know what it is. You know what it is. Like, and Latrice need to stop bullshitting, because I hate when people do what I'm about to say. They don't like his new girlfriend. Yes, like, that's just stupid. And, you know, I've been through that type of shit before, with somebody just not liking me, you know, because I'm taking their family away. No, fuck all that. That's dumb. You know what I mean? If somebody you love somebody, and they loving them hard as shit, why? What is the fucking problem? Like, that's so damn stupid. It's immature to me, and it's dumb. Why would you make more problems for a person and you claim you love them? Like, somebody answer that in the comments. Why would you make more problems for somebody that you love? Answer that in the comments, because I don't understand it. You know what I mean? That much jealousy, that much envy, that much hate is just not even warranted, because the person feels like they're in love. And on top of that, the person seems pretty damn decent. You know what I mean? So I'm riding with Derek on this. I totally understand. He was just like, look, y'all treat her a certain type of way. And she said that. She said when it's time to go over the family's home, meaning her home, Latrice's home, the mother home, and everybody else, then, you know, y'all act funny. And she was just like, she don't want to be there. You know, so I already know how all that go. Yeah, and I'm so glad that type of shit is done. You know, and I don't have to entertain anybody that I fucking don't want to, because this shit is over. And yeah, we passed all that. Well, at least I am. I don't know what the fuck everybody else going through, but I'm past it. So anyway, get this. Derek even says that, you know, not only that, his baby mother is living with Latrice's mother. So they over there kikiing with the bitch. They still cool with her, like really cool. And that's fine. You know what I mean? For them to be still cool with her and everything. But what I got from it was them trying to act as if he's supposed to still be with her, because they have a child. And she was like, so what's up with you and such and such? I forgot the bitch's name. He was like, what's up with it? That ain't even nothing to try to talk about, because there's nothing there. You know, he's basically said that shit, and she was like, oh, okay. He already told you, and then y'all, before that, he told her, look, if this the person that I'm rocking with, y'all need to rock with her. Because obviously she do something for me that this other person doesn't. You know, and trust me on it, I really love this other girl. You know, and Latrice was like, okay, you know what, in the confessional, she did say, she was like, you know what, if this is going to break me and my brother's relationship, then I'm all for it. But that's where you should have been at, though, Latrice. Like, that's stupid. Like, people, I don't understand people like that. Like, that's the thing that I love about myself, and I do. You know, I don't look at a situation outside of what it is. You know, like my son and his girlfriend. And everybody thought, you know, that Donna, oh yeah, she loved Davon. She loves him, Davon. She loves him, Davon. She ain't gonna fuck with that bitch who becomes his girlfriend. She is not gonna like him. She gonna give her all types of shade. Me and the bitch is best friends. Yeah, because you know what? I don't got time for the bullshit. And I ain't gonna say best friends, but we're close enough for a mother, son, and his girlfriend, because my son loves her. She cool as shit. So why do I gotta put a whole bunch bunch of other bullshit into something and make it all rotten and nasty when I come around and just making it hard on him and making him feel a certain type of way about who he loves. Like, all of that shit is fucking dumb. You know what I mean? And it's so damn adolescent that I can't do it. And I'm so glad that Derek told Latrice, look, I ain't with the bullshit. You know, y'all can stay over there and like the other bitch if that's what y'all want to do. But I'm going to stay over here and I'm going to keep not answering my calls and I'm going to keep not texting you back because you been against the grain. It's me that you supposed to be looking after. It's me. I'm the one you supposed to love. You know what I mean? Not the other one and taking her side and wanting her to be with me. So all that shit was dumb. And I'm glad that Derek nipped that shit in the bud. Because it's just dumb for people. And I'm telling y'all, I should stay clear of people who hate on other people's relationships. Because it doesn't make sense. And maybe that's why you're not getting the blessing that you need because you're too busy fucking hating. You know? And you don't know who you're pushing away. Most people, they don't like all of that rah-rah confrontational shit and all this hating and talking about people behind their back and being shady when you see them and all this other dumb shit. Because we too old for that shit. Like, we too old. I stay away from that type of shit, and I don't get involved. I don't do no hating on people. Hating is a natural thing. You know what I mean? Because I had some discussion with several people about it. You know, it is a natural human emotion. You know what I mean? And we all have it. But when you get into worrying about too much about the person, talking about the person all the time, you so fixated on them and everything, you need to stop and get your own goddamn life because you are not paying attention to yourself. You're not paying attention to yourself. And but when you're not paying attention to yourself, everybody can see it because you probably look fucked up. Hey y'all, that's all I got today. Belle Collective was bomb. I'm on the 6th episode. I think they're on the 8th or 9th. I need to hurry up because it's almost time for the reunion. So yeah, that is all for today. I will see you ladies later and gents. Bye.